channel and welcome to episode 42. Today we're going to look at an item that addresses one of the most common sources of pain in your back.
Oh, so we're reviewing a gag for the kids?
No, Keith, although you might be onto something there. We're actually going to take a look at the Secretlab Titan 2022 fully adjustable computer chair.
Huh. That's a pretty weird name. I think that almost sounds like a Marvel movie that has yet to be released. But that being said, I'm pretty sure that the Surgeon General actually lists kids as the clear #1 source of back pain.
Now you're just making things up. I mean, how many times have I told you about that?
14,322. Or 323 now.
You know, you can stop anytime now.
Yeah, I can't help but yank your chain a little bit. It's almost like a hobby at this point.
Oh yes, I'm very well aware. So, do you think we can get back to this Secretlab chair review before we lose the other half of our audience?
Yeah, I still can't get over the name Secretlab for a chair. It's weird. But all that being said, I think you're right. I think we need to get down to business and start asking some questions about this. I thought that you had a, an Amazon Basics kind of a leather chair before. What was the deal with that?
You're correct. I did. I actually had two. So I got Amazon to replace the first one after the, in air quotes, leather armrests started to crack. Then the second one that I got, the top layer of the leather started to flake off.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Man, it is coming down hard out there. Oh, gross.
That's not going to be good for anybody.
Exactly. Now, I might have been willing to just live with the, fabric being exposed under the leather that had flaked off, but it was starting to leave black marks on my shirt. Cindy kept asking me what I was leaning against until we finally cracked the code that it was the chair.
Ugh. Yuck. So it was that black dye transfer onto your shirt. That's what pushed you over the edge to get a new chair altogether?
Why, yes. Yes, it was.
Okay, yeah, so makes sense, but I have to ask, how did you finally arrive at the Secretlab Titan 2022? I can't even say the name. How did you even find out about it if it came from a secret lab? No, but seriously, how did you arrive at this particular chair? Hey Bruce, do you think people will mind if we just break into the episode and deliver some exciting news?
I hope not, because we just did.
Well, better get to it then. We are going to be giving away 10 of these exciting Dad's Talk Tech logo t-shirts.
Yep, 30 days after we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away 10 of these super soft, moisture-wicking shirts.
Yeah, unfortunately, we won't be doing that for people who, live outside of the U.S. and Canada, right, just for, shipping stuff.
So, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and jump on that now, so the sooner that you get subscribed, the sooner we can start giving away some t-shirts. And with that, we're going to get back to Bruce and Keith in the regularly scheduled program. Well, I got less than 2 years out of 2 Amazon Basic chairs, so I really wasn't going to go back to that. And as I was doing my research, I could remember actually seeing some ads for Secretlab. I know you think they're, top secret, so how do I even find out about the chairs? But I had seen some ads for some of their products, including their chairs. And you're right, there's a ton of gaming chairs, and technically this is a gaming chair. A ton of gaming chairs out there, but most of the gaming chairs, quite honestly, are pretty over the top in their design for me, right? Like crazy colors and, all sorts of designs and things like that. And I just wanted something that would give me, a comfortable, clean-looking, nice chair. And so that was something that I was able to get with the Secretlab product.
Yeah, and checking out the website, I can see that they do actually have, how did I even find the website, by the way, for Secretlab? Anyway, it does look like you can, get a lot of wild designs, right, with your favorite sports team or your favorite video game on there. But anyway, I imagine you did actually get something relatively plain and simple, I could imagine.
Keith, you know me all too well. It is actually, very tasteful black stitching. of both the Secretlab and the Titan logo on the black leather, or as they've called it, the Neo Hybrid Leatherette.
Secretlabs. You know, I have secrets too, you know. None of my secrets involve black leather, though. Or leatherette, you said in this case? What exactly is leatherette?
That's actually a great question, Keith. So what I do know from their website is that it's designed to feel like leather and wear like iron. Now they do offer what they call a Napa leather that is a true leather, but that more than doubles the cost of the chair. So in sitting in the chair, I really can't tell the difference between, you know, a regular leather and this leatherette. What I do know is they're willing to back this with up to a 5-year warranty. If you're willing to post on social media a comment or review of the product, they'll make it a 5-year warranty. So they feel pretty strongly that it's going to have some good longevity to it.
Nice. 5 years. Actually, for a chair, 5 years. That's really good. I hope they still give it to you. Since I'm kind of making fun of their name a little bit. But that's me. That's not Bruce, Secretlabs. You mentioned that it was very adjustable, right? And kind of at the onset of our video today, you were mentioning about how that helps with back pain. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure thing. But first things first. So let's just get it out there that if you sit with crappy posture, and I'm no chiropractor, right? But common sense says if you sit with crappy posture, no chair in the world is going to help you prevent back pain. That being said, this chair comes with about every adjustment you could ask for to try and make the chair as comfortable as possible for you. For example, the armrest alone has 4 different ways that it can be adjusted.
Wait, so the armrest alone has 4 different ways? Those are just the ways that you know about. I mean, there's probably secret ways as well. You've got to show the viewers this.
Absolutely, Keith. So why don't I go ahead and just roll some video of those adjustments, and we'll continue our chat, and they can just keep an eye on all the ways that this armrest can be adjusted.
Cool. So how else does it adjust? Does it have, my favorite is the sitting height adjustment. Does it have one of those?
Yes, Keith, you do have the sitting height adjustment, so you can pretend that you're back in the grocery store 25-cent horsey ride. As well, it's got lumbar support adjustment. It's got the armrest, and you can control the back angle as well as the tension for how it rocks.
Oh, that rocks. That's awesome. Sounds like it checks all the boxes, or at least all the unredacted check boxes.
Yes, it checks all the boxes that I was looking to have checked. So, you know, that's at the end of the day what really matters to me.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. So does this thing ship fully assembled, or is it more on the IKEA side of things with the whole Dad's Nightmare some assembly required labeled on it?
Yeah, Keith, unfortunately this is going to be the ghost of Christmas Past. It does require some assembly. As a matter of fact, it's so easy to assemble that I'll probably just show some video of the unboxing, because I think how it actually ships and how they packed it is really impressive. I think people will like seeing that. But the assembly itself is really, you know, pretty unremarkable. It's very simple, and so I think, you know, for the sake of time, we'll just kind of skip that part. So I have opened up the box and started to take some things out, and I wanted to highlight this particular piece of cardboard, not because it's, you know, particularly pretty or anything like that, but it's a nice touch. So this piece is serving 2 purposes. One, it's showing that the unit was hand inspected, which is a nice touch, and it's actually this label right here with the hologram on it. And then secondly, because it's laying flat here, it is protecting all the components that are packed inside. So as I was using my cutting piece, if I were to go too deep in cutting the tape, I would hit this piece of cardboard, and this is a very durable. It's not super thick, but it does have a lot of density to it, and so I think it's providing some good protection for those components that are sitting below it in the box. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some other things out, and as I hit those things that I think of particular interest to you, then I'll go ahead and highlight those as well. Alright, so I've removed all the components from the box, and I have to say that this was extremely well packed. Between each major component, right, these large pieces were a very nice layer of foam, and several of the items like the armrests, they're actually packaged in their own box, and so each of the 2 armrests that are replaceable were in separate boxes. This is the pillow for the back of the chair, And we have an accessory box that puts all of your hardware into one place for you. Again, the presentation of this is extremely impressive, and the way it was packed was extremely impressive, and the weight of the product, right? So I will tell you, the back of this chair and the bottom of the chair and even the base, extremely heavy, and just says well made and high quality. So really that should be your expectation when you spend that much money. It's good to see that just even unboxing the unit, I'm getting a sense of just how well it's made and what kind of quality goes into its manufacturing. When I was talking about this large piece of cardboard that was serving a couple purposes, what I didn't realize was I thought this was the instruction manual, but it's actually a user manual with care instructions. On the back of this large sheet is all of the assembly instructions. As a matter of fact, there's also a QR code leading to the video instructions on how to assemble the chair. So that is a very nice touch. The accessory kit comes in an almost shoebox-like container, and once you open this up, there are several contents to it, like the casters. So you can see the casters are in here. These are actually modesty panels that go on it, and they are very strong magnet. And there's warnings about the strength of those magnets on there. But I thought it was also pretty nice that it comes with a little toolkit, and it's labeled as such, that's required for the assembly. So the screws and that we'll put in, they actually include a kit in order to do so. So just lots of little, nice touches in terms of what they've done in terms of packaging. And then, of course, inside of this box on the bottom are some of the additional accessories that are required, such as the paddles for adjustments to the chair itself. And then I know this is going to go on basically the spindle to cover that up. So again, lots of nice touches, quality materials, and just an overall feeling that you've purchased something that's high quality.
Yeah, well, from the unboxing video, it seems like the main thing that sticks out is their lack of inclusion of this leather care product, right? But that being said, is there anything else that you didn't like about the product overall?
Yeah, so I mentioned it in the unboxing, but I'll just reiterate again. I wish they would have included at least a sample size of the leather care product that they recommend for using to clean and condition the chair, right? So here's an 8.5 ounce bottle of it. It's $30. I think if they'd included a sample, that they probably will sell a lot more of the full-size bottle once you've had a chance to use it on your chair. Now, with that said, there are lots of things that I do like. A couple things that, maybe took a little bit of time to get adjusted to, and the first is the firmness of the seat and the back. So it is a lot firmer chair than my Amazon Basics chair. And at first I thought maybe that was going to be a problem, but I've actually adjusted, and I would say I actually like the firmness of that seat more than I like the Amazon Basics now. But it took just a little bit of sitting in the chair and getting used to. The chair ships with a magnetically attached memory foam headrest, and I really like that. It's very comfortable, but I wish the magnets were maybe a little bit stronger. I have noticed that it's pretty easy to knock the headrest down on the chair because of the amount of area that the magnetic area will actually attach to that. And then lastly, the armrests, they are actually kind of a rubberized material. They seem very durable. Those are also attached via magnets, and I think that's actually a really good design. So if I ever needed to replace those because I've worn them out or cut them or something like that, very easily can be done because they just lift right off from that magnetic connection.
Okay, cool. And what about the structural rigidity and the build quality of it? For furniture, that's a big trigger for me. How was that?
I can tell you that there's a world of difference between this chair and the Amazon Basics. The build quality is night and day, but there should be for about 4 times the cost difference.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're really pleased with this purchase. I mean, all of those features, and those are just the ones you're aware of. There's surely some secrets to be uncovered in the future.
I am. So it's a very solid, feature-rich, and comfortable chair. Now, any secret features that I uncover in the future, I'm not sure about that, but what it delivers today is certainly good enough.
Okay, well, it feels like we're starting to auger in towards a Dad's Talk Tech seal of approval, but are we allowed to? Is it Do we have to keep that a secret?
You know, I understand that loose lips sink ships, but we're going to go ahead and say absolutely this gets a seal of approval.
Well, there you have it. Another episode and another seal of approval. Speaking of approval, if you liked our episode, please go ahead and give us one. Give us a like.
As well, if you haven't already subscribed, why don't you go ahead and do that now?
Well, I think that about wraps it up for us, for Keith, Bruce, and actually, Nessa, the dog, is not in this episode. No secrets here. She's been dog napped for the weekend by my mother-in-law. But for Keith and Bruce, you'll see all of us next time on the next episode of Dad's Talk Tech.